Michael.
Before we get on to our task at hand, I was over with my wife at Roasters and Toasters, man. Really good food right on US 1 in South Miami. And when we got done with that, we took a little break. And then we went to my good friend, Adam Brandt, over at Frames USA and Bird Road. He is the official framer for community newspapers. Frank, it is pouring outside. And by the way, we have Emily is producing her first show today. Way to go, Emily. We're proud of you. Congratulations. And you're a recent graduate from FIU. So
my alma mater, Golden Panthers.
FIU in 72. We can't be that old, can we, Frank? You are, but I'm not. So it's at times like this, I'm thinking about all the stuff that's in my sheds in the back. Now they're completely soaking wet. They're all the chemicals that either the tops are off or they're halfway used. Tell us about the home collection program that Miami-Dade offers.
Yes, you can bring home chemicals to 2 centers we have that are permanently open. Well, they're open year-round, I should say. There's one in Doral that we call the West Dade Center on west of 87th Avenue and at 58th Street. And then there's another one that we have at the South Dade Landfill on the campus of the South Dade Landfill. And those centers are open Wednesdays through Sundays from 9 to 5.
So people want to know, do folks really show up with their stuff?
We do. We get, a lot of stuff. I can, off the top of my head, I don't know. I can't tell you how much, but we get quite a bit of material, household chemical type stuff that people can't really throw out in the regular garbage. So they bring it to us. And by the way, we have events also.
Right. So when people... I'm not an expert of this, but if you got your can of paint, all right, and it's liquidy and everything, you could take it over there.
Yes.
Right? And make sure you got the bottom covered so you don't ruin your truck or your car.
Yes.
I have a truck. It ain't going in mine truck. It's going to go in somebody else's, that's for sure. And speaking about paint, lots of times people keep their old paint. They hope they'll be able to match it in a year or two. So tell us the criteria for taking paint to the home chemical collection program, whether it's a permanent site or one of the pop-ups, if you will, that you have, versus what else to do with it?
Well, we'll take it at our centers, no matter, basically, as long as you're a Miami-Dade resident. You can also check organizations that you could donate to, nonprofit organizations. Some of them can use the paint. But, if you can't find anybody, you can just bring it to us.
Okay, so they can bring it to you, whether it's solid, it's all gooeyed up, or completely liquid. They can take it in any case.
We do say that if it's solid, if it's like already, completely dry, hard as rock, that you can throw in the garbage. Do not throw it in the garbage if it's liquid. If it's liquid, bring it to us, please.
Right. And if you were going to do that, probably be good not to put it in your blue recycling thing.
Oh, absolutely not. No.
Tell us
just
why.
Bring it to us. No. You don't want to put. First of all, you don't want to put any liquids in garbage or recycling. It'll make a mess. There'll be a trail leading from the front of your house down the street, and then the neighbors will get upset. Why is there paint on the street? And they'll trace it back to your house. It's better to just if it's completely dry, yes, that's not an issue. But if it's still liquid, you can give it to us or donate it to somebody who.
And tell us when your next pop-up or mobile home chemical event is.
This Saturday we have an event, a home chemical mobile event, at the Palm Springs North Trash and Recycling Center, which is in the northwest corner of the county.
And they can bring their old batteries there.
They can bring old batteries, a lot of different things they can bring.
So they don't have to worry about sorting through which ones should be put in the garbage. Just take them all over and you guys figure out what to do.
Yes, we have come to the conclusion that's probably the best thing to do. If people are in doubt, just bring us the batteries. There's some batteries you could throw in the garbage, but just basically typically alkaline and the stuff that goes in flashlights, basically AA, AAA, C, D, 9 volt, or the heavy duty ones. Other than that, it should be brought to our home chemical. And if you're, like I said, if you're not sure, just bring it to our home chemical. Either one of the events, which we have that one that's coming up this coming Saturday, but we have 4 more after that this year in different locations. Visit our website miamidade.gov/solidwaste for information. But yeah, you can either take it to the event or take it to one of the permanent centers.
So often we wind up with old computers, whether they're laptops or the 20-year-old ones that are in our closet up front. All right. What's the responsible person's role in disposing of it? What should they do with it?
they should bring it to one of our home chemical collection centers or the events. Again, those are open to all residents. Now, some of our TRCs, not all of them, some will accept electronics, but you have to be a customer. You have to receive waste collection service from us on a daily basis. But the home chemical collection centers and the mobile events are open to all Miami-Dade residents, no matter what.
What does the county do with a 10-year-old computer? What happens to it?
We have a vendor that'll take them if they're still usable. They typically take them to poorer countries where they can use them. If it's not usable, they will actually break it down and remove. There's different metals that they can find inside, and they can actually recycle those and sell them.
When we had an old press, it was pretty old. All right, this thing was 75 feet long, and I remember it was time for it to sell. We sold it to South America, and it was like, for them, it was like brand new. I hate to say it, and it worked perfectly because they're actually pretty simple. It's like it doesn't break, right? And if it does, you replace the gear. So sometimes the computers get reused, and sometimes they get taken apart.
Yes.
So if somebody's concerned about somebody getting their stuff, they should wipe it clean, right? And then bring it over there.
Yes.
We have a whole closet full of them, all right? Maybe about 15 of them. To give you an idea, we just moved to our system a computer. It is this long, and this high, and then this wide. It got replaced with this.
Getting smaller and smaller all the time.
When the guy first delivered, I said, "Is that the battery backup?" "No, Michael, that's the computer." Because I'm looking around, where's that thing? So things change all the time. So we have batteries you can take care of, the computers. What about old lawn equipment?
Old lawn equipment, that's a little bit trickier. They'll take some of those items at the TRCs, but you have to remove, any fuel, oil, any fluids. The fluids can be brought to the home chemical collection center or the mobile events. They'll take them there, like the old gasoline and old oil. They'll take them there, but the actual device itself, typically they'll take them at the TRCs.
Here's what I've seen when I talk to people about recycling. I know you're not in that department per se, and Jean Marie Massey, wonderful lady, her husband was here last week as well, and we talked about recycling. And there are people that are still a little confused about what can go in. And I think the perfect example is pizza boxes. Tell us about the pizza box. Okay, folks,
Yes.
Hold on. Here goes.
Yes, we used to say no to pizza boxes. We started accepting them about a couple of years ago, as long as they are and this is the key phrase,
Here you go,
lightly soiled. As long as they're lightly soiled, a little bit of grease. If they're too greasy, just throw it in the garbage.
Listen, I used to enjoy pizza a lot. If it wasn't greasy, I wasn't ordering it, so it didn't matter because that box was going to get recycled. So let's talk about all the cardboard boxes that we are consuming across the globe to get these big box guys to send this stuff in. And we look at these boxes and we throw them away or recycle them. There's a joke on Facebook. Guy said, "I'm a connoisseur of boxes. I have a garage filled with all these beautiful one-time use boxes." But it's a huge market. And so the recyclers want those boxes. And those go into the blue
Recycling. Yes.
If they go in the green, they're not getting recycled.
Exactly.
Even if doesn't matter.
Yeah. If they're going to green, they're going to garbage.
I mentioned to you last time you were here that I was able to stuff a few landscaping things into my green thing. Guess what? It didn't make it. That one that I tried to bend down, it popped up.
Oh,
and when he picked it up,
those palm
I got
fronds
home.
Are very.
There it's on the ground. I go.
Those palm fronds are a little tricky.
Yes, and so to the point of you can't jam this stuff in and hope it's all going to stay in there. And then if you think by pushing down on the top of that green thing that you're not going to break it, all right? When the thing pops up, and they pick that up with what do they call that thing?
The arms.
The arms, all right? Because they have to sort of squeeze it in order to hold on to it.
It squeezes it to some point. I don't know how much pressure it puts on it. But.
And then they put that in there. How many of those cans or stops does the department do a week?
Well, a typical driver has about 1,100 roughly homes that they stop at on a given day. And basically we serve about 340,000 homes, and we pick them up twice a week. We split it, of course, but we pick them up twice a week. So you're talking about close to 700,000 pickups.
Emily, first day on the job. Emily, you hear that? The drivers do over 1,000 pickups a day.
Each one.
Each one. All right. That's 1,000 separate dwellings. Usually one can, or are there two?
Most of them one. There's a few that have two, but most of them.
That
have
is
one.
a lot of stuff. Do they count them? Oh, God.
I don't know that they
990
do.
more to go right
I think
now.
they just have a route they can sing that song 999 bottles of beer.
Keep counting. Typically, is the department looking for anybody right now for drivers or to work for the department that you know?
You know, I forgot to check today to see, because every Monday they change it. I am not aware of any what job openings may be open or what jobs may be open at the moment. But it's always good to check miamidade.gov/jobs for information and see what's available.
So we know the county has a all-electric trash truck, garbage.
Yes.
Where's that getting juiced up?
In Doral, in the Doral area, one of our facilities.
So maybe one day, I don't know, anytime soon, because I just heard some stuff about the BUDGET. All right. Oops. All right. Maybe one day we're going to have more of those if it works. I know it's good to say that we do that. And the reality is all that stuff goes together as far as public transportation and these big trucks. And we saw those are very quiet. All right. The only thing that makes noise, as hard as that is, when they back that sucker up.
Yeah.
Right.
The backup. Yeah.
Isn't it amazing? After 50 years, we figured out what that noise. Dee, dee, dee. You look around. I know it's back here somewhere. All right. So green cans for your trash, and we know a lot of landscaping stuff goes into there. And I mentioned to you before that after doing these shows, I said to my wife, we have to personally do something. And so we went out and we got the composter. It's about 2.5, 3 feet high, about this wide. Flip the top open. There's like a bucket in it. You put everything but steak bones, any food products you put in there. It dehydrates it and essentially turns it into soil. It does not smell at all. And then when it gets to a little bit over 9.5 pounds, it goes, okay, we're going to go up to 10 pounds and no more. Pick up the bucket. I put it on the plants, all right, out front. I just put it in there and it's fine. Every once in a while you have to go and clean it. It does not smell. It's amazing. And then there's different sizes. You can do a large one or a small one. So that's what the Millers are doing. We're recycling on whatever level we can. So I want you to imagine this, Frank. Here I am ripping the green stuff off the strawberries on the top, washing them. Okay, that goes into
just use a knife, chop the top off. That's what I do.
I chop it off. Okay, all right. And so I urge everybody to do what they can, because it does make a difference. And hopefully the county's going to make a decision soon as far as where our trash is going to go. Certainly in the next 6 months to 2 years or 3 years, something will get done, hopefully. Right. So let's say there are a lot of do-it-yourself mechanics who are operating out of the houses, not properly, but they're doing it. Right. They got tires laying around. They got a whole bunch of oil and oil cans. Tell us about what people should do with the tires.
Well, the tires, they can bring them to, if they are our customers, they can bring up to 4 automobile tires. Again, though, this is very important to note, residential, not commercial. They can bring up to 4
tires, not commercial tires, not commercial properties,
not commercial properties. Residential customers, like people who get our garbage service at their homes, they can bring 4 automobile tires to our trash and recycling centers, and they can also use them, put them in the bulky waste pickup. They just have to declare them.
We had somebody dump tires this big in our parking lot. I had to pay like $500 to get them thrown out, to get somebody to come pick them up.
Wow.
Right? Exactly. And it was on our property, and the city said, no. And don't put them in the alley, Miller. He says, because we're going to catch you.
We'll come get you, yeah.
Right. So tires, if you're a homeowner and you're a customer, a taxpayer for Dade County taxes, all right, you'll be able to bring them where?
Bring them to a TRC. Important to note, not necessarily taxpayer, but the people that pay the waste service fee.
Okay, there you go. But if you get a green dumpster at your house, a green can at your house, you're in.
Don't put it in there, but don't put the tires in there. But if you have a green container, a green garbage cart with the county logo on the outside, yes, you are our customer.
So no knives.
You can bring it to
cut that stuff up.
Exactly. You can bring it to our one of our TRCs. Most of them take it. The only one that doesn't is Chapman Field.
Okay. And let's talk about the website. Tell us about what's on the website and the website address.
Well, the website address is miamidade.gov/solid waste. I'm so used to saying it, I say it so fast. And we have all kinds of information in there. We have information about our recycling program. We have information about our home chemical program, bulky waste pickups, the regular garbage pickup, hurricane preparedness, a whole slew of information.
Good. And maybe Emily could put up on the screen there their website address. Alex is there; he can help you out over there. So, will they be able to see some of the efforts of the recycling on there?
We have some videos on there. We also we do a lot of that more on our social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and what used to be known as Twitter, now called X. On Facebook and Instagram, yes, on Facebook and Instagram, we are at Miami-Dade Solid Waste. At Miami-Dade Solid Waste, all one word, no hyphens or anything. And on X, it's Miami-Dade SWM. And we do post a lot of stuff on there as well.
Let's talk a little bit about how people throw stuff out their windows, garbage, trash, and then the other people who empty their cars or trucks, or maybe it's not a whole bunch of stuff. They just throw it on the side of the road. Tell them why they shouldn't do that.
Yeah, the big difference between litter and illegal dumping. Litter would be tossing something out small, handheld out your window, versus illegal dumping, which is now you bring a truck or a van or something and you push like a big piece of furniture or something out. And obviously it's illegal and it's a crime. And you can get arrested. You can get a fine, but you can also get arrested. Had they caught the people that dumped those tires on there, they would have been subject to fine and possible arrest.
Yeah, don't come back, right?
Yeah, don't.
So let's look at when if somebody sees a pile of trash on the road and there's nobody around, it's just there, and it's unsightly. What can they do?
Call 311 and report it.
And they're going to come out. I can tell you that I've called them several times, and they came out. Right?
Yep.
And the trash was immediate. There was a big rock about this big that was right on the edge of the road. I'm going to talk about this far off the road. I go on that road, I don't know, 15 times a week. I'm going, I know it's going to happen. And you're going to be the one.
Whack it.
Right? Yep. That right front. And if you hit one of those, you got thousands of dollars in damage. Besides smacking your head on the thing. And they did come out and they did remove it. And also one of the things they did in horse country, thank you, Chairman, for taking care of that. He put up no parking signs, right? And then put up no dumping sign. Then before I know it, they were fixing some drainage there. So it used to be terrible looking. Thank you, Chairman. And now they improved the drainage and put the grass in there. Right. And each of the folks, wherever they live, they can go online at miamidade.gov, find out who their local commissioner is, right? And if they want to put a fire under them, maybe they'll be able to call them up. They'll probably send them back to you or 311.
Oh, if it's related to us, yeah.
So again, so we've got a lot of rain that's going on right now. So one of the things we know that happens is all that trash and that litter that was on the side of the road now is in a little river
that can get swept all the way to storm drains and block the storm drains. And that's why we tell people to be careful with with that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and it's not fun when it gets clogged up and then you go,
and then the street is flooded, and all because of one little piece of garbage that somebody threw out or something.
Yeah. And again, so if people want to get have somebody from the county, like in the recycling center, forget your side of it, but the recycling, they could probably call up the county and say, listen, I'm in such and such an elementary school. Can you have somebody come out and talk to us?
We'll typically do that.
And it's important. I mentioned it before. My 10-year-old lives on the waterway, and he's in his kayak. And the other day, he's seeing the manatees, and he comes to, Grandpa, I found a plastic bag. And I'm going, there, it got into his brain. And that is a forever thing. I want you to know, Frank, the other day, I opened my door and a piece of paper blew out. I chased it down. God help me. But for the same thing, it's like, everybody should do their part. So anyway, we've got a couple minutes left, and let's talk about hurricane season, because this is sort of a predecessor to what we may be facing. It's been raining all day. All right. It hasn't been too windy, but it's not pleasant. So what should people do about their landscaping, their big trees that are there that are that the limbs are getting ready to break.
Well, it's time for me to sound like a broken record yet again.
Yes.
The time to have taken care of those things was really before the season started. Right now, I think they said there's a slight chance the system that's bringing us this rain, there's a slight chance of it developing. The last I saw it, I checked it this morning in the northern Gulf, the Gulf Coast, near the Panhandle. So no telling if it'll come this way, but what you need to do is check and make sure that there's nothing out there that could potentially come our way, and then book a bulky waste pickup, and then get any tree limbs that are overhanging, whatever, chop them down, take them down, and then put them out there for bulky pickup before the mad rush. If there's an announced storm headed our way, if there's an anticipation that something's going to come our way, what's going to happen is all those appointments are going to book up, and you're going to find that whatever the day the storm is supposed to come, all those appointments are gone.
It's automatic that happens. People just know.
They'll immediately go on there and just book it. So that's why it's good to do it now before anything starts to,
Or convince your landscaper, go and take it with you.
Yeah. Right? Or one or the other, yeah.
Yeah. So, and again, we frequently use that. We get two 25-yard
25 cubic yard pickups. A cubic yard being per year. A cubic yard being about the size of a washing machine.
So what we usually do, we do our annual look. It's set around Halloween. All right. We look and say, okay, how much stuff is this? And so we do the first two between October and end of December, and January 2nd we start some more. Not cumulative. So explain that.
No, that's right. As long as you book the appointment by December 31st, we've had people do that, like come close to even if the appointments aren't available till January, it counts for, like, if you do it, let's say December 31st, 2025, it counts for 2025, even if your appointment isn't until January 2026, as long as you make the appointment by the end of the year. So you have the two pickups. We do find a lot of people at the end of the year also, procrastinating, waiting until then, and then setting the second or one of their appointments just so that they don't lose the pickups. It's also a good time of year. A little bit of a pro tip here: you want to make your house look nice for the holidays. You might have people coming over. You want your yard to look nice. Make sure you plan in advance and get it done around November, December. What you don't want is, let me, December 20th, let me go ahead and do, and they're all booked until, December 31st or something like that. You don't want that to happen. So plan ahead and, go to the website and take a look and see what's available.
That's wonderful. We're going to wrap it up here, but I would like Alex to make sure you video Emily, all right, because this is Emily's first show. We just shot the first part of it, all right? And so why don't you come over here, Alex? Go over here. Folks, this is Alex. He's been with us for two and a half years. He's our lead video guy. Not only does he shoot cameras here, he does editing, and he has his own business on the side, all right? Or maybe we're the side hustle. I'm not sure, but one of those, all right? And so every Friday you're available to do the videos, all right? Right?
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Okay. So
yeah.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna say goodbye here in a moment, and then Emily over there, we're gonna do a little applause for her, and she's gonna stand up over there, and you're gonna get this because we're gonna put this together and send it to her folks.
Okay.
All right. So Frank, let's look at the red camera over here, folks. Remember, take care of your family and give them a hug.